Well, hey gang, welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. Thank you so much for joining me today. Before we get into this knife, I'd like to say I really appreciate all you guys. I really do. And if you're watching for the first time, please subscribe. I would love to have you here on a regular basis so that we can talk about knives and whatever else crosses my little mind. No, it's knives. It's knives. I cover knives of all budget ranges. My own collection is as esoteric and weird as I am, which is saying something. And so please subscribe. It would be great to have you here all the time. Now, this is another Warspear. Now, I did one of these a little while ago. I have one more to share with you guys down the road. This is the Warspear WP500T. It is another micarta handle liner lock. It is steel liners. Has a really nice deep carry pocket clip, as you can see. Although, again, it has proud screws for that. This one also has a green pivot collar. And again, though, this comes with an entire toolkit, extra screws, as well as an orange pivot collar and a black pocket clip if you wanted to make the change. I just love that each one of these comes with this thing. That's really cool. It is 14C28N. It is a nice, long, stabby, slicey blade. This one is a really good friend if you're in a troubled spot. It would definitely deter someone from arguing with you too much. I'm kidding. Don't ever do that. Again, it has the black G10 backspacer. That is sort of their jam. The steel liners are milled out like crazy under there, which my crappy camera setup won't show. Yep, look at that. I was wrong. Oh, kind of. You can see it. Yep, that's pretty good. This one's locked up at about 50%, which, considering it's a pretty thin piece of 14C28N, is not a bad deal. It has a flat along this edge, and so it does come down to a relatively nice edge, but it's not a razor blade like the other one that I shared with you guys, but it is really slicey. The flipper is excellent. Not too big, right? Get that in a spot where you can see it. There we go. And it works just, every time. Now, I haven't tried. Let's see if we can flick this thing out. I think we can. It feels like the detent's a little soft. Yeah, but not that bad. That was a pretty good flick, and it didn't come out all the way. I don't really have a detent rating system, but if I did, I would rate this one a 6. These are micarta scales. Again, over steel liners. I love the big, thick pivot that is actually shaped into the micarta so that you can take it apart with a toolkit for maintenance. That's pretty nice. This is a reasonably long knife. Let's go ahead and measure it out. Let's do the overall length first. You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8.5 plus a little bit. So a little over 8.5 inches long, which is really nice. It is a lean profile. Look at that. The closed size on this thing is just a hair, not including the flipper, but just 1 1/8 inches, if that. Right? Flipper sticks out a little bit, but because of the curve of the knife, it comes back. This thing rides the pocket really well. These are $33, $45, something like that, dollars at White Mountain right now. You can also get the entire line over at Aliexpress if that's your jam. I know not everybody likes Aliexpress. So you can get them at White Mountain Knives if you're interested. They're running on bearings. They are smooth right out of the box. I love this blade shape. I love that profile. I mean, it's sort of a traditional kind of drop point, but it's got a swedge that gives it kind of a spear look. I don't know. I think it's cool. But that's just me. What do I know? All right, let's take a look at the dimensions. You get 1, 2, 3, and 3/4 of cutting on just a little over 3/4 of 3 3/4 of 14C28N blade steel. The flip from behind the flipper tab, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1/8 inches of grip. So there's plenty of handle here. The closed length on this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3/4 inches. Right. This is a great knife. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the green pivot collars. I'm not even a huge fan of the orange pivot collars, but I will tell you what I know. You could dye these, and I'm gonna dye the orange one or the green one black to go with the backspacer, and I'm gonna put on the black pocket clip. And so this is gonna be a brown micarta with black, black, and black, and I think that is gonna look really good. It's very comfortable. I've used it for all the things I normally do. I've cut most of the things that I've normally cut. It holds an edge as well as any of the 14C 28N blade steel that I have in my other knives. Whatever that means to you, to me it means that this is heat treated correctly and that it's well done. So, well done, Warspear. Again, you get the really kind of cool logo with big Warspear. I would love it if they just had the logo. I think that would look much better, but nobody asked me. And again, I wish they'd name these things because, hey, what knife do you have? I have the WP500T, is a mouthful. The Warspear 500, maybe? I don't know. You abbreviate that down any way you want. But for less than $40 for micarta and 14C28N, hey. They call it whatever they want, and I'll be happy with it. Let's go ahead and do some size comparisons just for fun. Here it is against the full-size Presidio. As you can see, it is almost exactly the same length as the full-size Presidio. Right, so this is a nicely sized knife for me. It's a big knife. Here it is against the Rat Model 2 for our small knife comparison. And as you can see, it dwarfs that. I love stuff like this. I said this in my other video, and I'm going to say it again. I love kind of coming across or being shown new sort of interesting budget stuff. This is no exception. This is a fun knife for the money. It's also a really good worker, and that's a great thing. Now, these are not available on Amazon yet, but my feeling is with most Chinese-made knives, it will be eventually. But for now, again, White Mountain Knives or Aliexpress, you know, grab one. I would not have known about these if a friend of mine had not pointed them out to me and asked if I'd be willing to pick some up for review. I was, and I'm very happy about it because they're just, they're just kind of cool. Are they my colors? No. No, my colors are, you know, that. But I'm boring. Don't let my stuff get in your way. People like knives with colored micarta and all sorts of stuff. Maybe you even like the green. I don't know. You could. I wouldn't say you were wrong, as I've said many times about knives. Yeah, there is something for everyone, and no one has to be wrong. I think that's great. That's one of the reasons I love them so much. Let's weigh it. Let's see what the weight is. Where did I leave this thing? Oh, we left it in grams. All right, great. So we are at 103 grams, which is going to be 3.6 ounces, which is a really nice weight for a 3.5-inch blade, right? That is really good. That's really good. 3 3/4 inch blade. So it's better than an inch per ounce. Excuse me. That is really good for a 3/4 inch blade. I know how to do this job. Don't tell me what. I'm a professional, or whatever. Look, that's what happens. Just the fact that you get this kit in these knives, and the fact that you get a cleaning cloth and all the little bits and pieces, I just love that. Say what you want. People don't like knives made in China. That's your business. It's not mine. I like knives made everywhere as long as they're made well. And this is a well-made pocket knife. So if you're interested, check out Warspear. Right? I mean, in the end, that'd be up to you. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the Warspear 500T. I know I've enjoyed having it around. My hope is to get these out in the hands of other reviewers because I'm kind of curious what they have to say about it, but that may or may not happen. We'll see. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have had a great day. We'll see you next time.